please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Captain's Log, Subdates 230424.2. To begin this week, and with our course being truly unchangeable, we have requisitioned a literal mountain of ammunition, via dummy orders, all pinned on the NPC crew if we're busted. Welcome everyone to This Week at Twitter, or Twat. Today we are going to start with the Quartering. I am going to take this opportunity to preface this with the following. I am not throwing shade at the Quartering, merely covering what I saw unfold on Twitter. I beg people please stop unsubscribing to my dying channel. Thank you. And if you're still here, please sub on BitChute and Rumble. Really helps. Thank you. So the first tweet I saw concerning the Quartering was actually this one from Tipster. What the hell is this thumbnail? Lol. Included is the very sort of generic style he goes with that pushes a few envelopes. It gets a lot of views, so I can't fault the Quartering, even though I generally find things like the word woke a bit dated. Even though I myself have been known to use it. One chooses how to use it, less is more after all. Justin Wang reply underneath, art. Thumbnails are very important for videos. They help you stand out. I always preferred to use templates that I owned, but I will admit, often, more often than not even, you will find you do a lot better when your thumbnails stand out. Along with using a formulaic title, which is my fault as well, you might find you have to spice things up a little. Jeremy has stayed true to this template format of his, but he pumps out enough content and hits all the right buttons to annoy people but also get a lot of views. Now this allows me to segue onto another incident. Keemstar, I need your help. So Jeremy, aka the Quartering, challenged Rich, aka the real RTU, to a boxing match. Rich agreed, started training now. The Quartering is ignoring this whole fight he asked for in the first place. Retweet and tell Jeremy to man the F up, thank you. I have no idea who the real RTU is. Replies underneath, how embarrassing, I'll fight them both at the same time. Jeremy's the type of dude to get in someone's face, yell some wild shit and then call the cops when he gets hit in the face. Percy Pringles is correct to an extent, but I prefer to just call that type of person a bully. It's much easier. Because I like him, I'm going to play a clip that I saw tweeted by Hannah concerning Chris the Knock's message for the Quartering.
Jeremy, I'm going to have a one-on-one with you right now. We're going to have a talk, me and you. Get close, get close. I know you pee in your basement, but like, and I know you're kind of like grifting right now. That's like your normal thing. But dude, please, you don't know, you don't understand how much money you would be making. Because I know you're a money guy. You care more about the money. That's you. You care a lot about the money. It's obvious. Please, you would make so much goddamn money through Happy Punch promoting this shit. You and Rich would make a solid bag. It would be worth your time. You have editors that upload your shit 5 times a day. Please take a short period of time from working with Crowder and just learn to box. I want to see this. Everyone is going to pay a crap ton of money to see this. You and Rich have been beefing for years. It's time to step in the ring and beat the shit out of each other. It's time.
Now I have not seen, or had not seen until I archived a separate tweet, where the Quartering accepted to fight Review Tech USA. Shane Arnold tweeted it out. A retweet of Review Tech USA, where he had tweeted, if a boxing match was set up between the Quartering and I'd be at the doctor tomorrow for a physical and start training. Jeremy retweets, I accept, you don't get to tweet cringe shit like this and not back it up. With regards to Keemstar's tweet, the Quartering retweeted it with, a couple of things here, little buddy. 1. Rich proposed the bout, not me. 2. I accepted and provided a date. 3. In no place, anywhere, online or off, have I backed out. See you soon, the real RTU. Keemstar, this is simply not true. Jeremy, you have ignored all correspondence to set this fight up. Simply DM. Quartering. Keemstar, send me your terms. The last tweet I saw of this being discussed, in any way really, was a Quartering tweet later. When's the semen retention supposed to begin? Accompanying it is a pair of boxing shorts that have been amended to include his Quartering logo on the belt and his coffee website as a sponsor on one of the short legs. That's interesting. A lot of people have been resolving their issues of late in the form of boxing, and I don't really take issue with it because, it's just a bit of fun really, isn't it? It's like watching Creator Clash. I like watching the second one back, mostly to watch iDubbbz cry, but that's just me. I'm a bit cruel like that. But also it's nice to see people get in there, get stuck in, and have a bit of fun, make money for charity, or in this case, promote your coffee. Whether Jeremy can fight or box, I have no idea. Whether Review Tech USA can fight or box, I have no idea. So one cannot predict the outcome of such a encounter. I'm sure to be just like Godzilla and Kong. The only good action will be CGI because the practical effects will be absolute dog shite. So next we're going to go to Melanie Vogel. Sex is good, but have you tried having your country shutting down its last nuclear power plants? Do I need to finish this? Okay. This is a very odd flex to me. Melanie is the French environmental senator, and the reason this is a weird flex is because France is going to have to rely on, well, not the 6% of electricity being produced by nuclear power plants being offline. Instead, they're going to have to rely on brown coal, which is far more harmful to the environment. In fact, Science Focus identifies coal power produces 100 times more radioactive waste than nuclear power. Therefore, Europe is about to become more, not less, radioactive. There's a level of smartness involved here that comes with people who are absolutely moronic, while unironically being in charge of the environment. So when I saw this, I retweeted 2 words: brown coal, because that's all I need to say. Germany and France are bragging about getting rid of nuclear because of their coalition deals or because France are morons. But in reality, nuclear is the only logical one forward. You can't now say solar because to produce it is environmentally not friendly. It's also not efficient. You can't rely on water or tidal. You can't rely on wind either. You're not going to go down the fracking path, but you need to offset the energy deficiencies because the taps in Russia are being turned off. So either you roll over and show Russia your belly and let them take Ukraine, or you develop a backbone, or you go down the path of nuclear knowing there is a way forward with that is feasible long term, certainly compared to using brown coal. So Sam Smith gets a lot of negative attention or positive attention depending on which side of that argument you sit on Twitter. A video doing its rounds, courtesy of Ollie London, involved Sam Smith kissing a blow-up doll. That was something. Ollie London accompanied that video with the caption, "Millions of young people think Sam Smith is a great role model... Roly West," says the one who married a cardboard cutout of Jimin. Now, I'll agree, Ollie London has no leg to stand on when it concerns criticizing others for kissing or being intimate with an inanimate object. Thankfully though, Ollie London is not influential enough to influence millions of young people or be considered a great role model. I'm sure to Ollie London is a martyr for a cause. A saint? Yeah, these words are being used incorrectly, but by all means correct me in the comments down below on that one. Replies underneath also include, "Which one is Sam Smith? All I see is Satan and some blow-up sex doll." And, "I can't believe you got to meet Sam Smith, but alas, even they cannot help un-F your face." I reply to that, the blow-up doll is more attractive. When the people in the replies are more savage than you, it is time to take a moment away from the internet and go back to being a good Christian person that you are now. Take stock of what you have been told and learn to get good. And if all else fails, continue to be the good Christian person that you apparently are now, reformed in your attitudes on debauchery, and come back stronger the next day. In case you didn't know, Ollie London's been very active on Twitter of late, genuinely very busy, and it's quite interesting to see unfold, this reformation, not least because I can't tell if it's legitimate or one hell of a play. Then again, Ollie London does have a book coming out soon called Gender Madness. If it is a play, it could be a lucrative one. Before we get to our final subject, which will be Creator Clash 2, I want to quickly just highlight a tweet via Hannah Clark. Creepshow... Do you hear that dog barking downstairs? That puppy doesn't stop. He's like a balking engine. Creepshow Arts channel has been terminated, accompanying it with 2 images. Continuing her thread by retweeting Just a Robot, because he had highlighted the fact Creepshow Art had actually been deleting or removing videos. And so when you find out her channel had been removed for multiple third-party claims of copyright infringement, one does start to wonder if it was backing music, images that she didn't have permission to use. I guess we'll never know, what a shame. For somebody who had everything and could have continued having everything to then be proven to be an absolute melt, this isn't good. Do enjoy your life away from the internet though. You will be missed, but nothing of value was lost. On to Creator Clash 2! iDubbbz was trending on Twitter because Creator Clash 2 took place last weekend. It was actually quite interesting for me to watch, for a number of reasons. iDubbbz vs Wasabi wasn't the worst fight in the world, but at the same time, no offense to iDubbbz, Wasabi beat the crap out of him, quite frankly. Both were quite emotional after the fight. I'm not going to mock you too much for that. Willie Mack. iDubbbz crying all over Froggy Fresh drama. WTF, just let him fight and you wouldn't have gotten... well, shit. SMH. Reply, nah, he's crying because some guys are probably jerking it to his wife's OnlyFans. Keemstar. iDubbbz is a dog with a heart, without a shadow of doubt. I personally would like to see iDubbbz fight again, but I don't want him to go down the path of being like Deji, where he kept on losing until he finally gets that win. Either commit to try to win and improve because your tactics were shocking in your fight with Wasabi, or walk away. A tweet though that did catch my interest and I've completely lost it concerned a picture of Chris Raygun fighting who he ended up fighting and not Froggy Fresh. The only interesting thing about this fight was when Chris Raygun hit the referee, and that's about it. The only other thing in the iDubbbz tag that got my attention was this. Healer Klein has an OnlyFans. Guess Ethan is following iDubbbz in the ways of the cuck. That OnlyFans account exists. I don't know though if it is the legit Healer Klein OnlyFans. On all of Healer Klein's social medias, she links explicitly to Teddy Fresh only. And I assume the reason this thing was created is a PO, but is done solely to latch onto the idea that she and Ethan are breaking up. I'm intrigued, but I'm not intrigued enough to go and ever pay for something like that. Anyway, to those who competed on the Creator Clash card, congratulations for getting up and doing that and raising money for charity. Froggy Fresh should have still been allowed to compete. I think he would have absolutely annihilated Chris Raygun, but that's no offense to Chris. He is a lot smaller. But congratulations regardless of the controversies, which also include people being barred from the event in case they looked like, well, or were, hiding, looking for, behaving akin to Sam Hyde. And then you looked very empty. Okay, one final thing before you finish. If at all interested in supporting alternative platforms, please do consider subscribing. I have a stammer if you didn't know. Subscribing to me over on Rumble and BitChute. I make videos exclusively there and I would greatly appreciate the support. Thank you.